So there's been a recent outbreak of a certain type of new phishing scam called the hot list or the nasty list. And what happens is there's this fake account with a link. And initially, what it did is it messaged a user who clicked on the link. And what it does is it brings up a fake Instagram login screen. Now, that fake Instagram login screen looks legitimate. It looks like you're trying to access the account through a browser. But what happens is you put in your information, you put in your email and your password, or your username and your password, and what happens? It says the login was unsuccessful. Now, what that means is not that you put in your password incorrectly. Actually, I hope that you did put your password incorrectly, because or in incorrectly, because what happens is that goes directly into the hacker's database. Now, what will happen is they do is they will log into your account and they will use your account to message your friends, who will then message each other. And basically, it's a giant web of, hey, I have added you to this list, or hey, you've been added to this list, come check the list out. And then it steals more login information. Now, why would these hackers want your login information? For a couple of reasons. So, first of all, your emails that are connected with your accounts are probably connected to other accounts. Specifically with adults, I'm sure that your emails are connected to very important websites such as your online banking and things like that. So what'll happen is now they have your password and they have an associated email. Now, depending on if your password's easily guessed, and some people unfortunately use the same password for multiple things, what will happen is they can use those passwords and those emails to go on any website that they want to and basically do a thing where they test a whole list of users' emails and passwords in order to gain money or data or advertising information. Anything on you that is ever online, they will go after, because what it is it's currency, and you can also have your own data sold on the internet. What will happen, there's a couple of things you can do to protect from these sorts of hacks. So, first of all, if you have accidentally clicked on something like this and you put in your information, the first thing that you can do is go and immediately change your associated Facebook and Instagram passwords. The emails I wouldn't worry about unless your actual email uses the same password. So go on your Gmail or Yahoo or whatever you use, change the password on that too. Because what can happen is they can log into your email and they use it to access your account. So go on and change that. Another thing, if you go into your account settings, your privacy and security, you can not only see the change password button, but there's something called enable two-factor identification. Now, what that will do, or authentication, I'm sorry. Now, what that will do will be able to hook up your phone number or an app called the Google Authenticator or Authy or any other authentication app that will link a code to your phone. So it'll either send you a text with a code that you will input every time that your computer or that your Instagram account is logged in from an unidentified address, or what it can do is send your phone a number through an app that expires over time. Now, it all sounds really complicated, but it's actually a very good quality of life addition, and it actually works for multiple different services. It's something to get in the habit of using so your account isn't breached. Now, if a good way to check if your account is breached, there's a website called Pastebin, and pastebin.com is a great place for people who do coding and programming of all different sorts to post, raw code there, so that way people can have access to the information. But what hackers would like to do is some of them will get into groups and then collect this user information, such as this new hack has come out doing. And what they will do is put those all in a Pastebin database and then send it off to the public. Now, what happens is other hacking groups can see that and say, hey, this is a good enough sample size, you can join our group. Another thing, so you can look up your credentials. You can either look up your password, Pastebin in Google, like in the same term. So, my password is password space Pastebin. And then you go to the Pastebin website, see if your password has been entered at any time. Same thing, your email, so tristanghanks@gmail.com space Pastebin, and then you go on there. Now, another thing that is very, very important, there's a website sponsored by Firefox. Firefox is a browsing company. They're very trustworthy. What they do is they relatively do the same thing. It's called Have I Been Pwned? PWNED. So HAVEIPWNED.com or .org. I'm not sure, but You put in either your password or your email and then hit search. And what'll happen is it'll search all these sorts of databases of known leaks. It'll actually tell you if you put in your email what kind of leaks your email has been involved in. So it's a great, important measure of security. So I recommend, going through all these steps, making sure that your accounts are safe and secure. Another thing that would be good is if you get a message like this from your friend, actually message your friend and talk to them about it. Just send a quick message, hey, buddy, you've been hacked, because some people don't know that their account is sending other people messages. So just be careful, be aware, and try to upgrade your account security so that way we're all safe. Because if you're not secure, then your friends aren't secure. Thanks.